Hello guys, this is Abhishek Manjani. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So in this video, we are going to discuss about off-campus hiring process. So when I was in my third year and I was looking for an off-campus internship opportunity, I had this thing in mind that I won't be able to get any offer off-campus. The reason being, I am much into competitive programming and my resume is full of competitive programming ranks and ratings. So I don't have a good project. This means that my resume is not strong enough to get shortlisted for the off-campus hiring process. Also, I heard that the off-campus interviews are completely based on project discussion, resume discussion, and computer science fundamentals. They are not concerned with the data structures and algorithms. I heard that the process is completely different and very tough as compared to the on-campus process. So I never thought that I would be able to get an offer off campus. Later on, I was able to get an internship from Expedia as well as Amazon off campus. During my placement days, I was able to get a full-time offer from companies like Codenation and Media.net. Both these offers were actually off campus. Along with this, I saw my friends get internship and placement from Intuit, Nasdaq, BNY Mellon, Microsoft, etc. And all this was actually off campus. So based on my experience, I have a little bit of idea about the off-campus hiring process, and I strongly believe that there are lots of misconceptions that we have regarding the off-campus hiring process. The off-campus hiring process are not that different from the on-campus events. Obviously, they are different, but they are not that tough. We have the wrong image of the off-campus process in our mind. So in this video, we are going to discuss about the off-campus hiring process of companies like Microsoft, Intuit, Amazon, Nasdaq, BNY Mellon, Media.net, Codenation, DE Shaw, etc. So this video will be a little bit longer, but I can assure you that it will help you clear all your doubts regarding the off-campus hiring events. So before we begin with the video, I will request you to subscribe to my channel to stay updated with all the tech-related content. So now let's begin with the video. So in the on-campus hiring process, the company actually visits your campus and around 200 people actually appear for the coding round. Around 30 to 40 students are selected for the further process and the interviews. So the off-campus process is a little different. So we can group the companies that actually hire off-campus into two different categories. So one category is the companies that actually do not require any referrals, and the other companies are which actually requires referral. So let's talk about the first set of companies where we do not need any referrals in order to apply for the company. So first let's talk about Microsoft. So Microsoft holds a yearly event called TechSetGo. So during my internship days, it was actually held in around December. So all the people who haven't appeared for Microsoft in the past year were eligible to participate in this event. So all you need to do is register to a link that was provided, and followed by which, if you were eligible for the event, then you would get the coding round followed by the further process. So now let's discuss about Codenation. So Codenation have two hiring events a year. One of the event is held in around September and the other event is held in around January. So the event that is held in September is called Codegon. So the questions that are asked in the Codegon are a little bit different from a normal company's coding round. So they are more focused on competitive programming rather than just data structures and algorithms. They also hold a prize of around 3 to 4 lakhs in total for the top performers. So it's a very big event. So I gave an attempt for this event in my third year for an internship opportunity. I was able to solve around 3 questions out of the 6 questions that were there, and my rank was around 180. But I wasn't shortlisted for the further process. One of my friends was able to solve 4 questions and he was shortlisted with a rank of around 120 to 130. So that's a good rank if you are giving a Codegon. So I again tried Codegon next year and I was able to solve 5 out of 6 problems. One of my friend was able to solve 4 problems completely and 1 problem partial, and he was also shortlisted for the further process. So basically, if you are able to solve 4 to 4.5 problems in a Codegon, then you can expect a call from Codenation. So the second hiring event that the Codenation hosts is around January, and this event is a little bit easier than the Codegon. So the questions are a little bit focused on data structures and algorithms rather than the tough topics of competitive programming. So now let's talk about Media.net. So Media.net usually hires people who either hold the CCD SAP CodeChef Advanced certification or who are actually ACM ICPC regionalist. So if you satisfy any one of the two criteria, then you will get a call from their hiring representative for the further rounds of interviews. So if you satisfy any one of the two conditions, then your coding round will be skipped and you will directly jump to the interview process. So I held the CCD SAP Advanced certification and therefore I got an opportunity to interview with Media.net. So now let's talk about NASDAQ. So NASDAQ is a stock exchange firm. So this year there was a hiring event that was held on Hacker Earth, through which the NASDAQ actually hired the interns and the full-timers. Another company called BNY Mellon also had a hiring event this year on Hacker Earth itself, and they also hired through that hiring event itself. So now let's talk about DE Shaw. So currently DE Shaw is hiring full-timers. So they are having a hiring event every month since around September. So the procedure is you can directly apply to their career site online and you can get yourself into the interview process of DE Shaw. So you will get a link for the coding round. So the coding round of DE Shaw is a little bit difficult. They ask 2 coding problems along with technical as well as aptitude MCQs. The coding problems are a little bit tricky and the MCQs are very difficult. So you will be able to clear the coding round of DE Shaw if you are well versed with your skills. Once you are able to clear the coding round, you will be contacted by the hiring representative for the further process. So these all companies actually belong to the first category that we were talking about. So now let's discuss how the off-campus and the on-campus hiring process of these companies is actually different. So there are 2 major differences between the off-campus and the on-campus hiring process. One is the number of people who actually participate in the coding round. So in an on-campus process, the number of participants will be around 200 to 300. But in an off-campus hiring process, the number of participants will be around 1000. Obviously, more people will be shortlisted as compared to the on-campus process. The second difference is in the on-campus process, you will get a mail from your training and placement cell regarding the opportunity. But in case of off-campus hiring, you need to be aware about the opportunity. You need to stay updated so that you don't miss any of the opportunity. So in order to get into one of the companies of the type 1 category is first, you must be well versed with your skills. You must be good at your implementation and data structures algorithms so that you are able to clear the coding round with large number of participation. The second thing is the awareness. So you must be aware about the opportunity and you must not miss any of such opportunity, because in these opportunities you need not worry about the referrals. You can just get into the process if you are aware. So what you can do is stay up to date on LinkedIn. So whenever the companies will have such hiring event, they promote this hiring event on LinkedIn. So you can get to know about the opportunity if you are updated on LinkedIn. The second thing that you can do is form a group of 50 to 100 people on WhatsApp and ensure that each and every person shares any opportunity that they find to the group, so that each and every person in the group is actually benefited from this. So the misconceptions that people have in this category is that people think that the interview process is different. But I would like to highlight the fact that the interview process is completely same after you are able to get through the coding round. There is no difference in the type of question or the level of questions that would be asked in an on-campus event or an off-campus event. The procedure will completely be same after you get through the coding round. So now let's talk about the second category companies in which you actually require referral to get into the process. So first let's talk about Amazon. So Amazon is currently having an event called Amazon Wit. through which they are actually hiring women candidates for the internship as well as the full-time role. So this is something new, I guess, for Amazon. And if you are a woman candidate and you are eligible for this program, then it is certainly a great opportunity. And all you need to do is just register for the event. There may be some resume analysis, so ensure that you have a good resume before you actually register for this. You can refer to my video based on the resume discussion in order to have a better idea about how to build a good resume. So once you actually apply for the program, you are able to get into the process without any referrals. So getting into the interview process of Amazon without any referrals is a very big thing. So all you need to do is be aware about such opportunities. You cannot afford to miss such opportunities. So other than this, if you want to actually apply for Amazon off campus, the only way to do this is through referrals. So whenever there is a job opening at Amazon, within hours you will find that around 1000 to 2000 people are already registered on their company website. They actually prefer the candidates who are referred. So I would always advise you to apply to Amazon through referrals. So the next question is how to actually get referrals. So this is the major issue that most of the people actually face when they are applying for any off-campus opportunity. So the best way to get a referral is through a college senior. So if you have a college senior, you can just directly call them or message them on WhatsApp, and they will surely be ready to help you and guide you regarding the process ahead. But in most of the cases, you don't have a college senior like this who can actually refer you. So in such a scenario, I will actually recommend you to be active on LinkedIn. All you have to do is message any random person on LinkedIn who is working in that firm. So you can just pick 4 to 5 people that are actually working at Amazon and message them. So write a small cover letter saying that, hey, my name is Abhishek Vanjani, I am from this college and these are my skills, these are some of my achievements, this is my work experience, and I have attached my resume below. So if you have a good resume, good skill set, and you have a good LinkedIn profile, then the other person will surely refer you. So you can just message any random person who is actually working in that company in order to get a referral. So once you are actually referred, you will get a link to the coding round, and then the further process is exactly same as that of the on-campus opportunity. So the only hindrance which is there in the off-campus process is getting referral. So now let's talk about Expedia. So Expedia also falls in the second category in which you actually apply through referrals. During my internship, I was able to get a referral from one of my friend's sister who was actually working over there. So once I was actually referred, the process was entirely same as that was on the on-campus process. So there was a coding round which was not that difficult, followed by interviews which were of exactly same difficulty level that they were in the on-campus process. So now let's talk about Intuit. So one of my friend was actually referred for an internship position at Intuit. So he messaged any random person on LinkedIn and he was actually referred. Once he was referred, the process was exactly same as it was in the on-campus process. So we have discussed about the off-campus hiring process of many companies. So now let's just summarize. So in order to get an off-campus opportunity, all you need to do is be aware about the opportunity that is there. So you should not miss any opportunity or hiring event that is being held. You should not miss any job opening, and for this you can just refer to LinkedIn and stay updated on LinkedIn regarding any such opportunity. The second important thing is the referrals. So in order to get a referral, you can message to anyone who is working in that company. You can message to around 4 to 5 people in order to ensure that you are referred. The only thing that you need is a good resume and a good LinkedIn profile. The third thing is the coding round. So the amount of participation that you will see in the coding round will be different and will be larger than the on-campus process. So if you have a good grip over the data structures and algorithms, then you will be able to get through the coding round very easily. In order to strengthen your data structures and algorithms, you can refer to my previous videos and the resources that I have provided. That will surely gonna help. So these are the 3 things that are actually important for the off-campus hiring process. Other than that, once you are able to get through the coding round, the procedure is exactly same as that of the on-campus process. So I think that's all for this video. I know this video is a little bit longer than my previous videos. So if you have any doubt regarding the off-campus hiring process of any of the companies that I have mentioned, so you can just write it in the comment section and I will prepare a separate video regarding the hiring process of that specific company. So I hope you enjoyed the video and I hope this video is able to answer some of the questions that you have regarding the off-campus hiring process. So if you like the video, if you like the content, do comment, like and subscribe to my channel in order to stay updated with all the tech related content. Okay, bye bye.